we have a surprise guest here. So, very warm welcome to Jeffrey Morlock, sir. Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you very much to join this
Hello,
session.
hello. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, to join this session. So, sir, today's session is very uh, difficult to teach the founding member about billing address. Although billing address is not a big issue, it's simple. So you want to say something about this?
Yeah, concerning billing addresses, sure, sure. But you're right. You're absolutely right. They're not that big of a deal. Mr.
Hmm.
McCarr is going to make sure that within OnPassive, within the workings of the back office and the things that are back there, we're going to have what we need to put things back there. One of them is obviously going to be the billing address. The billing address is nothing more than a residence or an address, a PO box, something where bills get sent to so that you get them. It doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be where you live, but it's a billing address where you have bills sent to. That can be either your address or a parent or a work, whatever. It's got to be a good address where you get your bills. That's all.
That's all. Actually, few people are thinking this is the procedure of O verify. That's why they are thinking about documentation like that. How we will provide the documents. Uh, for example, some people uh, uh, some people have some people have issue in billing address like that. They are living on rent. The landlord, the billing address and the name of landlord. So they're thinking. I think this is the procedure of KYC. Uh, then we match the name of utility bill and your and what do you want to say about it?
Um, I think that any way that we do the whole billing address thing, let me put it this way.
Uh,
Each scenario, if it presents problems in presenting what is required, I'm sure it'll be dealt with on a one-to-one basis. But if you've got somebody that's living at a residence and that residence is not owned by, say, for instance, your landlord or even your parents or maybe some in-laws or friends, then the requirement is going to be that you provide something that shows you are living there. So if the utility bill is not in your name, then you would think that it would be a document or a notarized affidavit, something from the landlord saying, yes, Mr. Wasim lives here. He's lived here for 6 months. These are the terms of the agreement. He's been here and he's here in good standing. We provide that. Um, with each scenario, I am very, very sure that we could probably talk to the uh, the support team, open them up and say, hey, here's my scenario. I don't have a utility bill in my name, or I don't have a residence in my name. What do you require? And you explain that scenario to them. They come back and say, oh, that's your landlord? Okay, get your landlord to write a letter, and have it notarized so that it makes it legal, and we'll accept that. So they'll work with you so that you can come up with whatever it is that you need.
hmm. Sir.
Now, don't get this confused. Now, this is not the O Verify. Okay, that O Verify is a tool. It's actually a product, and O Verify has its own set of credentialing that it's going to be asking for to find out and to make sure you are who you say you are. In that particular case, it could be a government ID. It could be your driver's license, or it could be even a university ID, perhaps. Um, some official ID they're going to require.
Sir, I got a question from India, Chandan Bera. He's saying he put by mistake In address 1 his name, and in address 2 he put the address. So what should I do? Actually, I don't know, everything mentioned very clearly. Address 1, address 2, and one more important thing, when we put the value of in any option like that, so we see the static in red color. The static is a compulsory option. Like in address when red static mean, we have to put this value must, but we can leave the address 2. Address 2 we should use when address 1 is very long, because address 1 accept only maximum 100 character. Sometimes we have a very long address, so then we can use remaining address part in uh, and remaining part is in address 2. So and remaining option are like city, province, postal code. I don't think so it's very difficult to understand. What you want to say about?
Yeah, it's not, and it won't be. It won't be that difficult. You know, Mr. Mufara likes to make things easy. I got a sneaky suspicion he'll do that. Um, if we run across a situation that is not a normal situation, then they'll work through it. They always do. It's easy enough.
Hmm. I think we should not put the value of would not put the billing address until we get any news from back office. If you are confused, um, I have I use my edit option. I put the uh, billing address. Uh, I complete my billing address, but I'm sure because my bank address, my residence is accurate. I know. That's why I have completed my steps. But if you are doubtful about your, you have an old address, you have a new address, you have something, I think you should wait. But people are very confused, and few people are telling I in address 1 you must should put the name, but I think this is the address line. We no need to put the name. So, what do you say?
Well, I think that whatever information is back there is required is delineated enough to where you shouldn't get too confused about it. But if you run across circumstances where perhaps you put an address in and now you're going to move or you've shifted the address somewhere, if it doesn't allow you to change it again, then just reach out to the support team and say, "Hey, look, I've got this particular situation. You know, I put my address in. It doesn't let me change it. I've now moved my address. I need to change it. What do I do?" They'll come up with something. I mean, they'll let you know what needs to be done. But my guess is you should be able to change that as often as you need to. And I would certainly encourage you, be careful when you put in information in there, because if you
Hmm.
put the wrong information in, that might not be so good down the road. I don't know.
And few leaders are saying billing address should be matched with government ID and your billing bank billing address. So I think this is not necessary. Is if you are doing this, it's good, but not necessary. What do you say?
Yeah, the billing address is that is simply what it is. It is an address that your bill can go to that you can get it. Now, many times this will match your residential address. Many times it will be the same address that you have on file or a home of record for your bank or any other institution. Doesn't have to be. I mean, you could have a physical address and you might say, you know what, I don't want bills coming to my physical address. I'm
Hmm.
going to have a PO box, and that's what you give for your billing address, simply because you don't want bills coming to your physical residential address. I mean, the whole idea, whatever address you give them, it just needs to be an address that you can get bills at that address so that you can get the bills in your possession. That's all it is. It's not real. It's not rocket science. You're right. It might match your residential address. It could
Mhm.
match your bank address or your work address, but it doesn't have to. It just needs to be good enough address to get the bills to you.
Yes. So some I think some people ask this question when we try to pay open act package. Now we see a message appear for billing address. Is address should match with the card billing address, because sometimes some other person is paying payment for his or her ID. Obviously, address will be different. I think we should wait. This is very deep questions.
Now, yeah, if you're talking about a specific credit card or a
Yes,
debit
yes,
card,
yes, yes.
then they've got to have the billing address that's associated with that card.
Oh,
Okay, that's a whole different scenario. If you're
mm,
using say you want to pay for O Connect and you're using a credit card and they ask you for the billing address, that's because as part of verifying who you are with that card, they're going to
mm,
make sure that what you give them matches the billing address to that card that the credit card company has on file. So that's a little different rather than just a standard billing address. If they're looking for the billing address for your card, it's got to
mm,
match what the credit card company has on file as your billing address.
yes. And for example, I did not subscribe my O Connect, uh, and um, I have put my billing address on my profile. But when I try to buy the package, a message appear. Do you want to use same billing address or you want to change? So it's mean this information for card, because
Yep. Yeah, if you're going to make a payment, they're wanting the billing address for the card that you're going to be using.
mm, or I think it is best for a founding member to wait before updating the address. Once updated, cannot be changed for now. So I suggest we wait. No need to rush.